Where do new CrossFitters come from? It's the only question that matters right now. And everything else going on in the community doesn't matter. The only question that matters is, where do new CrossFitters come from? Before I get into the answer, I'll explain why it matters right this minute. It's Maha, this RFK Jr. dude's running around. He's working out in blue jeans and Timberlands. The dude's, in his 70s? And he looks better than most 30-year-olds I come across. Okay, he's in better shape, meaning. And we're having this conversation. We're talking about the pharmaceutical industry. We're talking about the food industry. And we're also talking about fitness. And in all of this stuff, CrossFit has the answer. You know, the whole thing, Greg Glassman, the most vexing question facing civilization. Okay. We've got chronic disease everywhere and all of that stuff. And CrossFit's the answer to this. And we have this once in a lifetime opportunity to help fix the world, if you will. And so the question, well, where do new CrossFitters come from? And I'll be upfront, and part of my frustration, it ain't the games, okay? It ain't the games. If you're not a CrossFitter, the likelihood that you're going to see the games is zero, okay? Sure, in August, ESPN carried the games, but it wasn't in a primetime spot, really. And it wasn't the whole games. It was, select bit. So you probably, you weren't going to see it on ESPN. It's not carried by any of the major networks. And the streaming services, Prime, Netflix, and all like that, it ain't there. Then the streaming that occurred on YouTube, good luck finding it. The YouTube algorithm, because of the nature and the way it works, it's not going to push it to somebody who's not already into fitness and isn't into CrossFit. So the likelihood that somebody who isn't into CrossFit seeing the games is not going to happen. And let's be honest, the little bit of news coverage this year in 2024 that the games did get probably drove people away from CrossFit. So again, the answer to where do new CrossFitters come from is not the games. But this is the question that, one, obviously, CrossFit HQ, this should keep them up at night. This is all they should be thinking about. Same for the affiliate owners, and I guarantee they do think about this. But you're sitting there going, Jake, I just go to the CrossFit gym, I do my workout. What do I care about where do new CrossFitters come from? Well, you want your gym to stay alive and be healthy and have a thriving, growing community of new friends to work out with. So yes, you care about where do new CrossFitters come from. And as it happens, you are the answer to that. CrossFitters, CrossFit HQ, let's be honest, they can't advertise their way out of a paper bag. The biggest opportunities for marketing that occur, they miss. I mean, I say the games are not a source of new CrossFitters, but I'm about to contradict myself. The Capitol Steps, I forget which year, Rebecca Fuselier going up. She was dead last, but she's going up those steps, and the crowd is coming in around her, cheering her on. That was the most CrossFit thing ever. Did they use that in their marketing? No, they did not. That was a Super Bowl ad going, you need to do CrossFit, because this is what it looks like. That, going up the stairs, dead last. I love Fuselier. Of all the CrossFit Games athletes, generally, I'm about to rabbit hole, but I don't like the games. The games athletes, I'm not a fan of, except her. And it's Capitol Steps and then the content she produces. That was the marketing opportunity. They completely have missed it. They've never used it, and it's moronic. The affiliates, I don't really know. I've kind of sort of talked to the owner of my gym, CrossFit Flower Mound. But, most people end up in a CrossFit gym because of a CrossFitter. People the jokes about CrossFitters. How do you know your friend's a CrossFitter? They told you. Well, that's the whole thing. We invite our friends along. It's like I was going to joke about it being zombie fit, because we go around biting people, infecting them with CrossFit virus and bring them in. So the answer is us. But right now, all the CrossFit YouTube people are focused on the results of the investigation that happened, the upcoming game season, and who's boycotting the games, and the PFAA and all that garbage. It's junk. Who cares? Get focused on getting new people into the gyms, sharing what we get. I am healthier than I have ever been in my entire life. I just did a CrossFit total of over 1,000. Okay, it's 1,005, but still, it's over 1,000. I'm in my 50s. I'm healthier than I have ever been. Me making fun of 30-year-olds is justified. I'm in better shape than most 30-year-olds now. I have better health markers than most 30-year-olds now. The only thing I got screwed up right now is I'm fixing a torn up meniscus, which I'm fixing because of CrossFit. So that's what I got. Where do new CrossFitters come from? You go out and make some new CrossFitters. Thanks.